Well, hello. My name is Matthew Lambert. I'm the channel director for Salesforce, looking after the Middle East. So that's looking after the partner program that Salesforce has in the Middle East. And the interview today is to review and go through the recent internship we've had with Ola McMahon, who has joined us from Dublin University for 10 weeks this summer. So without further ado, let me carry on. Let me ask the first question, which is to say, Ola, thank you so much for your time and effort with us this last 10 weeks. Can you explain to us the reason why you joined Salesforce in the first place and what it was about Salesforce that made you go through the process to join us? Thank you.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much, Matt, for that lovely introduction. So as Matt explained, my name is Orla and I'm an Alliance and Channels intern, also a global business student at DCU and Neoma Business School in Rance. And I've been with the Alliance and Channels team for the past 10 weeks on Matt's team, so I've had a great experience so far. But what originally attracted me to join Salesforce were the values. So I'd really recommend anyone about to apply to an internship is to look into the company values before you apply. So the Salesforce values are trust, customer success, innovation, and equality. So these are very important values at any time, but especially during COVID, because we really have to trust each other as we work in our own homes. I'm working remotely in County Meath with people across the globe. Then also, of course, customer success. It's a difficult time for companies, and we all have to work together to see them through this difficult time. Innovation, we have to be able to innovate constantly, especially with the increased use of technology in our own homes. And of course, equality. It's a difficult time for everybody. We have to make sure everybody's included and everybody we're helping each other and looking after each other. And that leads me on to the idea of Ohana. So that's really part of our Salesforce culture. So it means family in Hawaiian. And Salesforce encourage their employees to work together to make the world a better place and to just look out for each other. So that's really something that I wanted to be a part of. And I'm glad I chose Salesforce for those reasons.
What is it that Salesforce is and does? What is the why? What is the Salesforce why? What value do we bring to our ecosystem? And if you could break that down between, our direct sales and our partner model, that'd be superb. Thank you very much.
So basically, Salesforce is the world's largest CRM. So that stands for Customer Relationship Management. So that means that we work with our customers to improve their relationships with their own customers. So we manage these relationships by using data and analysis through the solutions which we provide. So we provide solutions, a long list of solutions such as Sales Cloud, Services Cloud, Marketing Cloud. I could go on and on about our solutions, but basically what we're trying to improve is our customer success. So we take the customer from one stage to another stage over a period of time using transformational growth to improve the customer's ACV over time. And where the partner program comes into this is we have loads of different partners around the globe, so of all different sizes, all different nationalities and industries. So the likes, we have GSIs, so they stand for Global Systems Integrators. So we'd be working with the likes of Deloitte and Accenture to drive transformational growth, and they'd be providing us with opportunities, but so would smaller companies. We really we have a diverse ecosystem of lots of different partners, and they all bring something to the table, and they deliver our solutions within their own countries. So I've had the pleasure of working with Alliance and Channels, and our partnerships are very important to us. So it's all about creating relationships, creating partnerships, and working together for the benefit of both us and our partners, and of course our customers.
What would you say what was the most valuable lesson that you've learned from the internship since you've been with Salesforce?
Really, I've learned so many different lessons throughout this experience. I guess something which I've learned along the way has been to never overpromise anything, but always overdeliver instead. So it can happen that we take on too much. At times we can say yes to everybody, and then sometimes other responsibilities fall short. Luckily, everyone at Salesforce has been conscious of deadlines and have been telling me, like, don't take on too much, don't take on more than you can handle. But it's something to always keep in mind, a piece of advice to interns. If you do feel overwhelmed by the workload you currently have, take into account that the PAM or the manager that you're working with wants you to succeed as best as you can and wants you to fulfill your duties 100%. So don't take on more than you can handle. Always over deliver if you can. Don't over promise. And another thing, which actually it was Leon Mangan in his speaker series mentioned, always as young people going into the workforce as graduates, always have this mantra in mind. He said, better, never done. So it's kind of looking towards like always do your very best, but don't just kind of look back and say, okay, I'm happy with that now. Always kind of think, how can I improve? How can I go the extra step forward? So I've really taken that into account on this internship, like always kind of go the extra mile and kind of volunteer for everything, say yes to everything, ask if anyone needs help, better, but never done. Always you can always improve in any area of work.
But what advice would you give future Salesforce interns, both with your experience, what you've seen in the field prior, during, and then now as a summary of the process?
For future interns, I would say prior to applying, definitely get set up on Trailhead, get a Trailhead account, earn some badges, and then when you go into your internship or into your interview, you will be able to speak about those badges, and that really makes you stand out. Everyone's looking for people who know a bit about sales before they join. During, I would say, just go for everything. Don't leave anything behind. Apply, kind of join the clubs, join the like Bold Force. There's lots of equality groups you can join. Say yes to everything. Volunteer. Get your VTO hours up. There's so many ways you can get involved in Salesforce. So just get involved from the get-go and don't leave anything behind. But also look after your work, the work side of things, as I mentioned. Don't overpromise anything, but just get involved. That's all I can say. Then finally, finishing up in this role, I'd say going forward is to continue your Salesforce journey by continuing to use the Trailhead. Get as far as you can, get the Ranger status, and just continue to use Salesforce no matter where you go, because you never know. The Salesforce ecosystem is huge, and you can really benefit from a job in Salesforce in the future.
Can you go through the channel operation that you've been working in, and actually what the ecosystem looks like, and the potential for an intern joining Salesforce going forward?
So the ecosystem is massive. We have regions across the globe where we have so many different partners, so many GSIs, Deloitte, Accenture, so many different companies which you could have opportunities to work in, and they're all looking for people with Salesforce experience and certifications. So that's really something to keep in mind when you're doing your internship. Get as much experience as you can, because there's so many opportunities. Once you finish up in Salesforce, you never know where you might go. So really get to know the Salesforce solutions, and get your Trailhead points and get your badges, so that you can really look towards keeping in the Salesforce ecosystem and continuing your Salesforce career.
Thanks again. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your studies and stay in touch. Thank you, Orla.
Thanks so much, Matt. Bye, everyone.